Hello, everybody. Hello, I'm Tal Chalozin from Innovid, and I'm super excited to be here with Jamie Power from Disney.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for being
I
here.
knew you were going to show me up in the outfit department.
Yeah, oh man, you killed my joke. I wanted to say that my fun fact is that we use the same stylist and the same makeup artist, but whatever. Okay, this joke didn't land, but whatever. Thank you. Thanks for building my confidence. Okay, so we jump right in. We don't have a lot of time. So, Jamie, a lot is happening in the world of streaming in the Disneyland. See what I did? Clearly, Disney Plus with ads, Hulu Live, ESPN, and all of that is on top of a massive behemoth of linear business. What are you telling, or what buyers are mostly excited this upfront season with what you have to offer?
Yeah, I mean, I think from a Disney perspective, we obviously you just highlighted amazing properties, premium content, and for the last 10 years, we've doubled down on how do you apply data and technology to make our content work harder, to be more powerful for advertisers, and a better viewing experience. So our strategy has been, how do you solve problems today, and then also how do you think about the future to make sure we always have solutions in place. I think the biggest change that we've seen in the market is, the viewership obviously moving to streaming. But if you take a step back and you think about what's the goal of a media plan, or what are you trying to achieve, it's always been, how do you find an audience as efficiently as possible? I think the question now is, how do I best plan, right? So like the foundation of starting with cable and then layering on digital after isn't how media is planned anymore. So knowing that streaming is now a foundational element on every plan, you have to start to kind of think about now, what streaming properties should I add? So if you look at streaming viewership, 70% of viewership is coming from 5 services. 2 of them are Disney Plus and Hulu. So what that means is we are in the camp of driving efficient reach, and then some of the other players should be on your plan, but they're driving, frequency.
So maybe playing on that, you clearly, attest by many events and announcements you've done in the past, you made a lot of stride, Disney, made a lot of stride on specific focus on data and technology, building an audience graph, and a lot of other investment, probably a lot more than any other media company. What specifically of that is you're showcasing this season, or what's the next level of everything you've done?
Yeah, we talked a lot about the Tech and Data Showcase on doubling down on programmatic and biddable, which gives choice and control to advertisers, allowing an advertiser to come in market to capture those lightning in a moment moments in kind of real time. We've also, really focused on automation. Actually, our self-service platform is double the using of it was last year, and then. Our graph is core to everything that we do. And I think how we do matches and integrations with partners like you guys is through clean rooms. And I think clean rooms, everyone's talking about clean rooms. Disney has been kind of at the forefront, having like hundreds of clean rooms set up with each of the holdcos. But we're also using clean rooms not just to increase scale from an audience targeting standpoint, we're also using it to have accurate, scalable measurement, making sure that we're getting signals on the back end that we're able to pass to you or other measurement partners to make sure that it's accurate and representative of our footprint.
So another quick point. We announced this morning we're actually very, very excited. We're here to announce our partnership between Disney and Innovid to take Disney audience data and bring it into our product, the InnovidXP, to create this always-on measure platform specifically for around outcome. We'd love to hear your point on what do you think about that? What do you take to marketers, and what specifically? Clearly, there's a lot of noise about currency and different things hubbub in the industry. I clearly think that there's a lot that we bring that is unique. What's, from a Disney point of view, you think that will change?
So I think your PR team is going to be happy, because that's the first question that you've asked that was on the prep call. So that's good. He did tell me he was going to just like we're doing the prep call, but I'm going to ignore it all.
For the first time, I'm actually following the script.
No, so he's following it,
like
and that's the most important one. Yeah, I mean, we are super excited about the partnership working with InnovidXP. It allows us to essentially have always-on measurement providing to outcomes, right? So it's not just the campaign's running, it's running against this audience, it's actually tying back to someone saw the ad, and it's driving an increase in web traffic, or further down the funnel, it actually is driving a conversion to an app, which I think is important for us to get to outcomes and making sure that the media is accountable and working. I think the most exciting point is like how we integrated, like I said, through a clean room, it's a direct integration. We're sharing data with each other to make sure that an advertiser is getting information that is always on, allows them to make better decisions in real time about the effectiveness of their plan. What do you, I mean, I'll ask you. I mean, it's a product that you built, so what are you most excited about? See what I did there?
Yeah. First of all, I did not build it. It's a whole slew of a big army of people at Innovid that did a lot of efforts to make this happen. I can take credit. But yeah, we've been 15 years, we've been building Innovid for this vision of future of television, to bring more engagement, more two-way communication, more attention in the world of television. I think in the past 2 years or so, we've seen a big shift by marketers asking questions about not just reach and frequency, upper funnel metrics, but asking to get much closer to outcomes. And there are different ways to define outcome. Obviously, dollars is the best one, but there are many steps along the way. What we've seen, the first movers was the direct-to-consumer type marketers, the digital native that could really correlate this data into checkout or purchase. But what we're extremely excited about this partnership and about our massive investment on InnovidXP is how we can bring that massively to every marketer. So you can correlate website traffic, app downloads, any type of digital activities into spend across all of the media, across publisher, across media, across devices. And that's really, I think, the holy grail that will drive a lot more usage of the connected television platform. Okay, so we talked about a lot of things. What do you think is the most important part of cross-screen measurement? And I think, again, Disney is clearly leading the charge. Now, we talked about a lot of different Disney properties, but also we didn't talk about the other dimension of so many different devices. Authenticated, non-authenticated, addressable medium, on set-top box, closed networks, and open internet. What do you think the most important next level of convergence television?
You know, like Disney, we have streaming, we have linear. We're about 50-50 supply across both. We have created an infrastructure that allows us to seamlessly tell an advertiser how it's delivering and what's the frequency across all screens. When I think about cross-channel measurement, or even the partnership that we're doing with you guys, so I think making sure that you're learning the effectiveness and being able to action on it. So an example is if you're using, maybe you activate 2 audience segments and then a week in you're seeing that one's performing better, maybe get rid of one segment and heavy up on the other. I just think the test design and making sure that we're getting smarter each time and using the data to action on. And for us, it's how can we expose as much as possible to the ecosystem to help them be smarter how they plan.
So my last question here, try to bring it home, is about innovation. We called Innovid, the name Innovid is innovation in video, and we think that that's kind of what guide us in everything we do. What do you think is the next thing, or where should we put efforts on innovation in measurement?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that we're living in a world that you need identity solutions to create scale and accuracy. And I think we talk a lot about interoperability from an audience standpoint. I think it's more about true interoperability and doing that through identity and making sure that you're doing direct connections with the partners versus working through a bunch of different hops on a bunch of identity solutions.
Yeah.
So I think kind of unifying that and bringing it together.
Yeah, clearly easier said than done, but I feel like there's we moved a lot in the last 2 years, and I'm extremely excited to see that going forward.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.